Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we'll be learning about how React Native is used in the real world. Before getting started, let me first give you a bit background about how React Native is used in the real world. There are some eye-opening facts that might surprise you. Did you know that the mobile app industry generates hundreds of billions of US dollars in revenue every year? This goes together with the billions of app downloads that occur each quarter. What does that mean to you? This is a great time to be a mobile developer. As a, as a React Native developer, you will be capable of building cross platform native apps and be part of this ever rising industry. Now that now that you know what React Native is and you have insight into the different mobile developer roles, let's examine some real world examples. One popular financial institution achieved greater efficiency when they adopted React Native to build their consumer mobile app for both iOS and Android. Instead of developing a separate iOS version and an Android version in parallel with no way to share code, they chose React Native instead. This helped them share code and reduced the delays and repetition. Another benefit of React Native is that it automatically refreshes codes that accelerated the release of new product features. This resulted in avoiding delays and getting the approval from app stores for a new version of the app. Instead, the users open the app and get the latest update automatically. Another success story comes from a multinational e-commerce platform provider. After several years of native mobile development, they decided to switch to React Native. What caused them to make this switch? Well, the company already uses React extensively on its web applications. This was a huge motivation to use React Native for their mobile apps. Since it uses React as well, this meant that the existing code could have potential reuse, and the learning curve for moving from React to React Native is relatively low. This means web developers who already know React can learn React Native quickly. They also learned after rewriting some of their popular apps in React Native that the code between iOS and Android was 95% shared. This was a huge win for their teams. Isn't that impressive? Before moving on, let's talk about one more case study. This time, it's a well known financial advisor company along with the popular e commerce platform and financial institution. This company also builds their mobile app using React Native. Their most desirable outcome with using React Native was reducing the time to market. Their development velocity was very high, and they were able to shape the first version of the app on both iOS and Android within 5 weeks of development. That is really fast. Their observation was the ease with which product engineers can contribute to both React and React Native apps. This led to the collaboration between the web and mobile team comprising of Reactants and React Native developers, where they can have a shared set of principles, ideologies, and paradigms. Several other popular apps use React Native and have been successful with it. It seems that the biggest benefits for all of them have been the speed of development, sharing of code based across platforms, sharing of ideas and code between web and mobile, of or recent or Reactant and React Native, and lastly, the ease of deployment. Are you motivated to learn React Native too? In this video, you have learned some of the real world use cases of React Native and how they have impacted several companies. Now that you have an overview of the use of React Native in the real world, you may want to know more. You can access further information on this topic and the additional resources in this lesson. Thank you.